Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a fiery Senate exchange that exposes the truth behind America's border crisis. Senator John Kennedy confronts a former Homeland Security official and asks the questions everyone is afraid to answer. Is the chaos at the border just incompetence, or something more deliberate? Grab your coffee, buckle up, because this is the kind of raw accountability Washington rarely sees. So I begin. Yes, Madam Secretary, I have some additional questions. The room is already tense. Kennedy asks for time, respect, and clarity, and it's clear from the start, he's not here for political games, he's here to cut through the noise. You pretty much secured the southern border, haven't you? Yes, sir. A quiet admission, but a loaded one. Because that success? It angered people. They say you did it the wrong way, don't they? Yes, sir. They do. Why would securing the border make Washington elites furious? The answer comes fast and it hits hard.
Madam Secretary.
Secretary, I have some additional questions.
No,
related
sir,
to
that's up to
Cleric.
you to manage that time. Senator Kennedy.
Madam
Well,
Secretary.
I need a little help from a chair that respects the members of the
Madam
committee. I'm sorry,
Secretary.
Madam Chair. This is
You pretty much secured the southern border, haven't you?
Yes, sir. The CBP,
And
this president have.
that upsets some of my colleagues, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. They say you've done it the wrong way, haven't they? Could you answer that?
Yes, sir. They do say that.
Do you think they're upset because you supposedly did it the wrong way, or you think they're upset that you did it at all?
I think they're upset that by President Trump enforcing the law, it happened so quickly and successfully.
Yeah.
When President Biden came into office, the first thing he did was undo everything Trump had in place. Come on down? No. Kennedy says Biden practically said, come on in. And his Democratic allies? They didn't just approve, they cheered. This wasn't a quiet shift, it was an open-door policy. How many came in, Kennedy asks. Up to 20 million, she replies. 20 million. That's 10 times the population of Nebraska. Think about that.
Now, when President Biden came into office, the first thing he did was get rid of all of the things we were doing to stop people from coming into our country illegally, didn't he?
Yes.
I mean, it was like the Price is Right. Come on down. Except he said, come on in. And most of my Democratic colleagues went along with that, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
In fact, they cheered him on, didn't they? Is that a yes?
Yes, sir.
How many people do you think President Biden let into our country illegally? Just give me a ballpark figure.
Sir, we don't know for certain, but we believe it could be upwards to 20 million people that are illegally in this country.
So that's like adding 10 Nebraskas to our country, isn't it?
That's correct.
Only two things are possible, Kennedy says. Either they believe in open borders, or they appointed people you wouldn't trust to run a snowball stand. Let that sink in for a moment. Because honestly, nobody is that bad by accident. So, maybe it's by design. That's when the witness drops another bombshell. I believe they saw these illegal entrants as potential new voters. This isn't just policy, this is about power.
Why do you think President Biden and my Democratic colleagues did that? Do you think they believe in open borders?
I think they believed in open borders and letting people come into this country that would affect our society and criminals. Those other countries emptying out the worst of the worst, their mental institutions, their prisons came in here and jeopardized, and known terrorists.
Well, only one or two circumstances are possible, it seems to me. Either President Biden and the Democrats who supported him believe in open borders, or the people that President Biden put in charge of securing the border, you wouldn't trust to run a snowball stand, right?
That is correct.
So nobody is that incompetent. So it has to be, they just believe in open borders, do they not?
Yes, because I know the people who were securing the border and they weren't allowed to do their job.
Do you think they believe that vetting people at the border is racist?
Yes, I do. I think by the way they allowed people in and granted them immediate parole status.
Do you think that President Biden and some of my Democratic colleagues, I don't want to paint with too broad a brush, Madam Secretary, thought of these foreign nationals in our country illegally as potential new voters?
I do, sir.
Okay.
Kennedy challenges the narrative. If you support legal immigration but oppose illegal immigration, Are you a racist? No, sir. Not at all. Supporting the Constitution, enforcing the law, isn't racist. It's American. But to the Biden administration, Kennedy argues, even vetting at the border is racist. Are we really living in a time when lawfulness is controversial?
If you're an ordinary American and you oppose illegal immigration, but you support legal immigration, does that make you a racist?
No, sir. No, sir, not at all. It just means that you believe there should be a rule of law, and that's what America was built on.
And that's what you've been enforcing, right?
Exactly. We have been following the Constitution and the rule of law in this country.
And I want to be sure I understand, because there's been a lot of confusing testimony here. You've secured the border, have you not?
This administration has, yes, sir.
And some of my colleagues are upset with you,
Yes, sir.
and they say you did it wrong.
Yes, sir.
And do you agree with me that what they're really upset about is that you did it at all?
Yes, sir.
You did your job, you followed the law, and now they're angry at you, not for how you did it, but that you did it. Yes, that's exactly what's happening. It's not about how the border was secured, it's about who secured it, and whether it fits the current political narrative. If you're finding this as shocking as we are, hit that subscribe button right now. We dig deep into the stories the mainstream ignores, and your support keeps this truth coming.
Because there's been a lot of confusing testimony here. You've secured the border, have you not?
This administration has, yes, sir.
And some of my colleagues are upset with you,
Yes, sir.
and they say you did it wrong.
Yes, sir.
And do you agree with me that what they're really upset about is that you did it at all?
Yes, sir.
This isn't about party lines, this is about national security. It's about whether we have a government that protects its citizens, or one that looks the other way. Senator Kennedy asked the hard questions. Now it's up to all of us to ask our own. What do you believe? Drop a comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fearless content like this. And hey, make the background music dramatic.